Empowered Soul, and welcome to your Cosmic Body Guide. This is my latest offering that I am bringing forth in order to help others remember just how powerful we truly are. To remember that you are the greatest healer you will ever experience in your life. And to help you remember that you are one with the cosmos. We are not separate from nature, but we are all one. And by teaching you the astrology of each season and how it's connected to your cosmic body, I hope that you can start making your own connections and realizing that if you truly do live in alignment with these energies and with the power that they are, you will experience a life with a lot less resistance, much more flow, and you'll be able to realize just what a powerful creator you are in this life. So welcome to your Cosmic Body Guide. Let's jump in. So the very first one, and it's not lost on me that we're starting with Cancer season on this offering. I'm so grateful. I absolutely love Cancer season, not just because it's summer, not just because it's a water sign, but because it is the archetype of the great mother, the great healer, and the nurturer, which is something that is so dear to my heart. So let's dive into Cancer season, what it is, what it's all about, the archetype, the planetary ruler, and what that means for you as a holistic person, a holistic cosmic body. I also will be giving you movement, mindfulness, nutrition, and herbal guidance that you can integrate during this season. So let's dive in. So first of all, Cancer season begins as the sun enters the archetype of Cancer. Actually, what that really means is that the sun is directly over the Tropic of Cancer, which occurs on June 21st at exactly 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And it also is the mark of Summer Solstice, one of the longest days of the year where we have as much sunshine as we're ever going to receive in one day. And it's also the beginning of the astrological summer. So hello, we all love summer. It just feels so good here in the Northern Hemisphere as we enter this season. So it's absolutely one of my favorites. On top of that, Cancer is a water sign, which is another one of my favorites because it's directly connected to the divine feminine, which is just part of my purpose and mission in this life. And so let's dive into the archetype, actually. Cancer is, like I said earlier, the archetype of the great mother, the nurturer, the healer. Home literally represents your physical home, your ancestry, your lineage. It also is represented by being a little moody. Cancer is very sensitive. She's very protective. Think of Mama Bear, right? She's always going to take care of her and her own. Well, that's the Cancer archetype. So it also can be a little possessive. It can be a little protective, also nurturing, healing, intuitive. She can be very psychic. Think about your mom, right? I remember my aunts who were like my mothers. One particular always told me my curfew was like 9 or 9:30 all through high school. And she always told me, I can't sleep if you're not home. And intuitively, she always knew if I was doing something that I shouldn't be doing. That's the way of the mother's intuition. And that's what Cancer represents, is that deep knowing, the intuition of the feminine, of the mother. So Cancer's a water sign. She's deeply intuitive and connected to the feminine. Specifically bringing it to your body, your cosmic self, Cancer rules specific body parts. Every archetype does. Cancer rules the breasts, the womb, the stomach, and the lymphatic system. So it's really important during the summer season, during Cancer season, to focus on your lymphatic health. There is no coincidence in why it's literally called Cancer season, and it's connected to your lymphatic system. If you do not have a healthy, flowing lymphatic system, you most likely will end up with cancer or some type of illness and disease, because our lymphatic system is literally what flushes and detoxes all of the toxins in our bodies. It removes it for us along with the liver and the kidneys. So focusing on your lymphatic system is really essential, and I'll give you some specific tips to do that. Again, breast, womb, stomach. So this is a really great time to focus on doing your breast self-exam or going to get some form of exam done to check on your breast health. It's also a great time to examine the toxins you're putting into your stomach. How is the health of your stomach? Are you experiencing leaky gut? Are you having acid reflux? All of those things are signs of toxin overload, and you need to focus on not only detoxing, which is removing the toxins from your body for a period of time, but also encouraging that lymphatic system to move them from your body completely. So it's really a great time right now to focus on detoxing and encouraging that lymphatic system to work optimally. Also, bringing in the energetics of it. Every archetype is connected to a chakra. The Cancer archetype is connected to our third eye. Go figure, our intuition, the way we perceive things. So if we're not healthy and out of balance, our energies, then our third eye will not be able to see clearly. We won't see things. And that's where Cancer will get possessive, obsessive, or go into the shadow aspect, because their third eye is not healthy. It's not open, and you're not perceiving correctly. So really focusing during this Cancer season on your third eye chakra, bringing in specific nutrition, meditations, and different things to help you open that third eye, see more clearly, and be able to recognize the world around you. Because if you see the world around you with more clarity and in its truth, you then can create from a powerful place, and it removes you out of that victim mentality, which is so prevalent in our current society and culture. Okay, also, let's move into the movement now of Cancer. Obviously, with it being a water sign, I highly encourage you to get involved with water this season. Kayaking is one of my favorite things to do, especially at the beginning of Cancer season and the beginning of summer. So getting out kayaking, maybe doing some stand-up paddle boarding, just going swimming, maybe setting a goal of increasing your lung capacity by doing more swimming some laps each day. It's also a great total body workout. Another one specifically for your lymphatic system and a great way to have some fun. Mom, this is for you. If you've got some kids, go trampoline, go play on the trampoline, jump, 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 maybe go to a trampoline park, something like that. Even if you have a small recumbent trampoline, bouncing. It's so excellent. It's going to break up any stagnant energy that might be inside of your body and encourage that lymphatic system to move it out. So go have some fun on your trampoline this Cancer season. I know I'm going to be doing that. And then also for movement during this, it's really important also for your lymphatic system to build healthy, lean muscle. Muscle actually, as it contracts, helps squeeze the fluid through the lymphatic system, cleansing it and helping it move with more ease. So the more lean muscle that you actually intentionally build and engage with regularly, you're going to support having a really healthy lymphatic system. So some great ways to do that. Remember, Cancer season, feminine energy. We don't want to be super pushing and abusive with our bodies. You can do some strength training. I highly recommend, always recommend strength training. But to do it in a more feminine, balanced way, you can specifically work with things like Pilates or yoga. And if you're wanting to move energy with intention, but maybe bring your movement down a little bit and not make it quite so intense, it just depends on where you're at in your healing, right? But some specific ways to work with your energy without so much impactful movement would be things like Tai Chi and Qigong. These are not only great for moving your energy, your chi, with intention, but also a lot of people I'm hearing right now are experiencing a lot of burnout, fatigue. Our adrenals have really been through it the last few years. And as we get ready to shift, the nodes are shifting. This north and south node will be shifting in July, right at the end of Cancer season. They're going to be shifting from Taurus, Scorpio axis to the Aries Libra axis, really emphasizing our kidneys and adrenals. So we really need some support in that system right now. And that is our chi. So it's not only about moving the energy through with intention, but if we're experiencing burnout, if we're feeling a little lethargic right now, we need to increase our chi. We need to increase our energy. And a great way to do that is Qigong and Tai Chi. So those are a few exercise movement recommendations that you can integrate during Cancer season. Now let's move on to my favorite part of it, the food. Hence why I became a nutritionist. I have my Chiron in Taurus. I love food. I love the body. So let's talk about what foods and herbs we can use during Cancer season. Okay, specifically, you want to work with quality water, first of all, making sure that you are drinking spring, alkaline, or reverse osmosis water only. The best, please, by now, everyone should know, tap water is a no. Unless your whole house is set up to an amazing system, please don't drink tap water. It's just a given now. There's so many pesticides, there's so many chemicals, there are literally hormones and pharmaceuticals. So just do yourself a favor, make sure you're drinking quality water. During Cancer season, I would really encourage, the best is going to be spring water. Absolutely spring water. If you go collect it yourself, props to you, even more optimal. Okay, so making sure you have good quality water. Also, it is summer season. The things that are literally ripe and the earth is giving us would be fresh, organic fruits and vegetables. It's definitely blueberry season, blackberries, raspberries, like start collecting those fruits and vegetables from your gardens, go out and forage them, but allowing yourself to really engage with some fresh, organic fruits and vegetables. And specifically melons. It's a great time for melon season. Again, they're also high in water content, so it's going to increase and support your lymphatic system. Cucumbers, high in water. Coconut water, excellent right now. Also going to help rehydrate you and give you the minerals that you need and potassium. Figs are also excellent. They're not only going to bring in some healthy womb energy, but the figs will also help open your third eye. You also want to work with eggs, especially if you are someone working with your fertility, and to embrace that feminine, nurturing, fertile energy, you want to incorporate some eggs as long as your body will allow it. Also, pine nuts, carrots are excellent at balancing our sacral energy, our estrogen, and making sure we have a healthy womb for healthy cycles. Also, lean fatty fishes. You want to go with salmon, halibut, cod, those things. Please make sure you try to find wild caught fresh fish as best you can, staying away from farms. And then you really want to avoid some starches and grains, anything that feel heavy. We want our energy to be light, flowy, and to move with ease and power. So really think about your food as you're ingesting it. Is this going to help me be light and powerful in my day? Or is it going to weigh me down and keep me heavy? So really just working with that energetic through Cancer season. Some of the herbs that I absolutely love, there's two specifically that I recommend both to my actual clients who have experienced cancer in their body and during Cancer season, and to anyone who is a mother, a nurturer, a caregiver. There's two herbs I very specifically recommend, and I'm going to give them to you for this Cancer season. First is skullcap. Skullcap is excellent at literally the energetic is allowing those of us who are caregivers, we take the weight on our chest, hence why we end up with breast cancer so often, because we don't take care of ourselves well enough and we take care of others. So skullcap works with that energetic of not taking enough care of yourself because you're a caregiver. So skullcap for breast health and for working with that energetic of caring for yourself, prioritizing yourself, especially if you're a caregiver. And then the other is lemon balm. Cancer, while she is highly intuitive and nurturing and beautiful, we love our mothers, right? We love the mother, especially the great mother. But Cancer, who can get into her moodiness, can get really feel high strung at times, and her nervous system can get a little wound up. So I highly recommend lemon balm. It is one of the best herbal medicines at relaxing our nervous system and allowing us to just have more flowy ease. One of my favorites is to combine the two. I love making a skullcap lemon balm tea. It's one of my favorite ways to nourish myself, especially when I have a big coaching day. So if I'm sitting in front of the computer with several people throughout the day, holding space, helping them learn how to take care of their bodies and moving through different energies, I really work with skullcap and lemon balm with intention. Number one, so I don't take on their energies. But number two, so I'm letting myself know I will always prioritize your care first. And from that space, I will overflow into caring for others. So I really encourage you during this Cancer season to incorporate some skullcap and lemon balm herbs. All right, last but not least, I'm going to be offering the planetary ruler for each season. And the one for Cancer is the moon. Oh, I love the moon so much. I actually have an entire course on the moon called Healing Home. So I really encourage you during Cancer season to work with the moon. Start bringing in some intentional moon rituals, maybe doing a full moon ritual, a new moon ritual. We have the full moon. So our next full moon is going to be the full moon in Capricorn, actually happening on July 3rd at 6:38 a.m. It's going to be happening at 11 degrees Capricorn. And then the new moon in Cancer this season is going to be happening on July 17th, actually the day that our nodal shift happens. That's kind of a big deal. So the new moon in Cancer will happen on July 17th at 1:31 p.m. at 24 degrees of Cancer. Then also during Cancer seasons, other big astrological things that are going on. Actually, let's back up. Nope, not gonna go there yet. I want to stay with the moon for a minute. Sorry about that. We're still in Gemini season. I can get a little ahead of myself working with those energies. So first, staying with the moon. So just embracing that energy, bringing in some moon ritual. And if you haven't done that yet, I would encourage you. I have a couple of ways that you can work with moon ritual, and I'd love to offer these to you. First, I have a monthly full moon ritual that I tend to offer in person in Wimberley, Texas. And you can always find that link in my bio to join that next full moon. And then also, if you specifically want to learn more about the moon for yourself, what she is, her archetypes, how to work with her, how to build your own new and full moon rituals, and to work with her beautiful magic, I encourage you to download, receive, and start doing your self-paced study of my course, Healing Home. And actually for the month or for the season of Cancer, I'm going to be offering 50% off of this amazing transformational course. It was so much fun to teach and dive into, but also to watch women shift as they created their own rituals, as they then used the guidance of the moon and her transits in their everyday lives, and to bring more healing and health to their actual homes. So I encourage you, if you desire to learn how to work with the moon, maybe learn a little more about Cancer season, I am offering you, once again, down in the notes, you'll find my 50% off link to Healing Home, your self-paced course for learning how to work with the moon. Okay, so let's now go into the other astrological events that you can expect during this Cancer season. So like I said, we have the full moon in Capricorn on July 3rd. We have the new moon in Cancer on July 17th. And then also what just started at the end of Gemini season, but will be going all the way through Cancer season and into November, is Saturn is actually retrograde in Pisces. And the reason why this is actually a thing we should consider during Cancer season is because it's another water sign. But specifically, this is something that's dealing with the masculine and the feminine energies. So Saturn traditionally rules fatherhood. It rules the structures that are laid in our lives, especially in childhood. And then we have the opportunity in our like 30s, late 20s, early 30s to have this restructuring thanks to Saturn and lay a new foundation for ourselves. And then it happens again later in life around our late 50s to restructure for that last segment of life. So basically Saturn rules structure and fatherhood, and it's the structure and foundation of our lives that we choose to build everything else from. So Saturn is retrograding, which means it's revisiting the themes of Pisces, which is avoidance, addiction, our subconscious, our beliefs, our spirituality. It's really allowing us to go back into mysticism. So you have this opportunity right now to really revisit your own structures of your subconscious. Does your subconscious match your conscious? Saturn rules the 3D reality too. How can we revisit the themes of our subconscious Pisces energy and bring them to the 3D world? Are you actually taking the action steps to make your dreams come true? That's the energy of this Saturn retrograde in Pisces. And then also the primary question I have for you with this energy and how to work with it, and I encourage you to go to your journal with this, is where are you avoiding taking responsibility for yourself? Especially through subconscious patterns that deal with the masculine. And every one of us has this. Saturn wants us to take responsibility for ourselves, for our actions. And our masculine energy, especially for a lot of years now, thanks to conditioning, has been really wounded. And even in myself, I'm doing massive healing around showing up in my masculine for myself. Because if my masculine is healthy and I have the proper structures built, my feminine can flow with so much more ease and power. Because let's be real, while both are needed, the masculine and the feminine, they need union to be whole and to actually accomplish what is meant in this life. But the feminine is powerful and for so long has been oppressed. That is ending, and it is time for the feminine to rise. But feminine needs the masculine. So where are you avoiding taking responsibility for yourself, especially through your subconscious patterns and beliefs in dealing with the masculine, both internal and external? So there's a little soul inquiry for you for Cancer season. And then next, on this day of summer solstice, beginning of Cancer season, we have this beautiful little trio in Leo bringing the fire to us, which doesn't always feel comfortable when we're moving into a water season, but it's really for us to really, again, I've been talking about this for a bit now, but it's holy fire. So we have Mars the moon and Lilith all conjunct in Leo when Cancer season begins, when summer solstice happens. And to me, that's literally this dance of, because the moon is feminine, Lilith is the dark embodied feminine, and Mars is the masculine, it is testosterone. And they are conjunct, they are meeting together with the beginning of Cancer season, the great mother, the healer. To me, this is the energy of union coming together to help the divine feminine rise up into her power and into her embodiment that she has been healing over those last couple of years. So to me, this is really also the rise of the healer within all of us. Hence why even over this last year, I've switched my own purpose and mission in my offerings and business to empower the healer within. Because it's time for you to remember that you are the most powerful teacher, healer, and divine being that has ever walked this planet. You are all you need. That's it. Stop looking outside of yourself. Cancer season, this beautiful fiery trio is asking us to go within and to allow whatever is blocking us from having that beautiful union within to be burned away, to let it go. Because in this Cancer season, it is time to rise and let yourself flow in your most divine expression, embodiment, and empowerment. And you can do that by specifically working with this movement, mindfulness, meditation, all of those tools that I've given. This is going to be a really, really beautiful Cancer season. I am so excited because literally the energies that have been going on, everything has been supporting us into moving into this most beautiful, divine, and powerful time. And if you've been following me for very long, over the last couple of years, you've heard me talk about 1 year was focused on healing our masculine wounding, 1 year was focused on healing our feminine wounding, and this year the energetics are truly about union. It's about bringing all of that healing, those pieces together, and recognizing that the more we do that internally, the more we're going to have it externally. So I just encourage you this Cancer season to really integrate and embody this guidance, these tools. If you desire to learn more about astrology and wellness and how this is all connected, I'm going to be offering a wonderful new course I'm so excited for, where we're going to be laying the very foundation, Saturn in Pisces, loving it, but we're going to be relaying the very foundation for you of astrology. I've had so many people say, man, I really love the way you teach, but I have no idea what Cancer is or Capricorn, the very basis of astrology. So I'm going to be teaching the basics in my Astrology 101 course. This is going to be the archetypes, the houses, and their planetary rulers, literally the very foundation of astrology. If you have this foundation, you can begin to put all the pieces together and let it evolve for you. So this is the beginning. It is going to be on July 22nd from 11 to 4 in Wimberley, Texas. If you're interested in that, the link will be below to join. The early bird is going until July 4th. So you can get signed up ASAP. This will also be a virtual course. So for those of you who aren't in the Austin area, hold tight. I will have it for you very soon. This foundational course is needed by all. And then as a reminder, I do have Healing Home offered for 50% off during Cancer season. The discount and link is below, and always open to readings. You can find those. I offer new and full moon readings. I offer transit readings, birth chart readings, and full on wellness readings. That is all in learning about your blueprint from your birth chart, your human design, and how to optimally guide your own energy to live the most healthy. Always open, always available. So click those links below. If you love this guide and you find it so beneficial, I ask you to, first of all, pass it along. Share it with those that you love and those that you want to ascend with. And then I also ask you to hit the subscribe button, turn on those notifications, make sure that you're always notified whenever I put out a new offering and video. All right, I love you so much. Thank you so much for being a part of this.